Up from San Antonio, Texas, is the former USBA champion, Eddie Rangel, 26 years old, who won the USBA championship in 1989 when he defeated Mauro Diaz, successfully defended it against Jorge Martinez, had a draw with Diego Avila, then lost to Greg Richardson, then lost for the NABF title against Fernie Morales, had an IBF title championship world title fight with Orlando Canizales and was stopped in the 5th round. So Rangel has been in with some real good fighters. There is the USBA championship belt, which belongs to Junior Jones. Eddie Rangel wants to take it away. Here are the official introductions. Let's go back to Ed Darien.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's the USBA Bantamweight Championship, and is sanctioned by the USBA. Its president, the Honorable Robert W. Lee. The supervisor in charge at ringside from East Orange, New Jersey, is the Honorable Al Lucas. The judges, Harold Linnerman, Nick Cimino, and Barbara Perez. In the ring at this time, the man in charge of the scheduled 12-round title bout, referee Arthur Mercanti, Jr. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First, in the red corner, wearing the red trunks with the gold trim. He tipped in an even 118 pounds. Professionally, this young man has 25 wins, 8 losses, 2 draws, with 16 knockouts. He is a former USBA Bantamweight champion and ranked 9 by the USBA, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the challenger, Eddie Rangel. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with the gold trim. He weighed in at even 117 pounds. This young pugilist is undefeated in 24 pro bouts with 16 knockouts. He is currently ranked number 1 by the IBF, number 2 by the WBA, number 3 by the WBC. Former 2-time Golden Glove champion, and is the USBA Bantamweight champion from Brooklyn, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Poison Junior Jones.
Good evening, gentlemen. You received the rules from the USBA in the locker room earlier. I expect you to obey these rules. This is for the championship of the world. Good luck. Touch gloves.
Not quite the championship of the world, but it's for the USBA, United States Boxing Association Bantamweight Championship. The unbeaten Junior Jones, 24-0, 16 knockouts.
Jones stepped out of his corner as if he means business, Sam.
Looking at common opponents, we mentioned that Rangel fought Diego Avila in 1990. He had a 12-round draw in the USBA title fight. Earlier this year, Junior Jones stopped Diego Avila in the 5th round. They also both fought Alejandro Sanabria.
Step back. That's it.
Sanabria defeated Rangel, won a 10-round decision, while Junior Jones stopped Sanabria in the 7th round.
Look at those shoulders on Junior Jones, Sam. That's what gives him that tremendous punching power that he has.
Sharp jab followed with a good left hook. Rangel moving right back in.
And Sam, you know, to be fighting a tall guy, Junior
Jab! No knockdown. Arthur Mercanti says no knockdown. Rules a slip.
Fighting a tall guy like Junior Jones, I think Rangel should get low, try to get underneath Jones' punches. And you know, mentioning that jab, Sam, in his last fight, we criticized the Junior Jones for not using his jab enough. And I met him in the gymnasium. He said, you know, I listened to your tape. He said, you told me I wasn't using my jab enough, and he said, I've been working on my jab. If that's any indication, he's really doing a good job.
It was really sharp.
Stiff jab. There it is again. Good double jab. You know, once you hit a guy with a jab, Sam, you can start, then you can become effective with your other punches.
And he's been sharp with the jab thus far. In this we mentioned right at the outset tonight, as far as keys to victory, the jab for Jones is the key. He's got to keep Rangel outside, and thus far he's doing that very, very well.
But Rangel mentioned that he was going to try to crowd Jones, get underneath, and get inside and muscle him. But so far, he's standing straight up with a tall guy. I remember when Roberto Duran fought Tommy Hearns, that was the big mistake he made. He tried to stand up to see where Tommy Hearns was and got hit right on the chin, and that was the end of the fight. Take advantage of what the way the good Lord made you. If you're a short guy, bob and weave, get underneath. But Rangel is standing straight up.
Sharp jab again. And a good right hand by Junior Jones. Jones all over Rangel. Starts to open up. Got a right hand in. Rangel trying to tie him up. Good start to this fight for Junior Jones.
Well, again, Sam, in my opinion, he's a can't-miss guy. Seems to me that he has it all.
Good left to the body by Jones. The end of round one.
You hear that, Bill? What I say?
Good work by Arthur Mercanti, stepping in right away. Joe Fariello, the trainer of Junior Jones, comes into the ring.
Looking good. Just take a deep breath. Junior, you're a little bit tight. A little bit tight, all right? Now listen to me. That stiff jab of yours is a bitch. You understand me? You don't want to be going away from this guy so much. You want to be moving at him with the jab.
Take a look at that stiff jab. Look at that jab set up that right hand, Sam. I told you, if you can't hit a guy with a jab, you can't hit him with anything.
Work with the left. There's the right hand. Now let's see. This is where Rangel went down. Jab, jab.
Oh, it was definitely a knockdown, Sam. It was a clean punch, and down he went. But I guess referee McGanty thought, well, I guess you can't knock a guy down with a jab. But he was knocked down.
Don't go away so much. You don't have to. Stiffen that jab, all right?
Final instructions from Joe Fariello. This is round 2, scheduled for 12.
He must have really taken me seriously on that tape, Sam, because he's certainly working that jab overtime now.
When Gil speaks, the boxers listen. Just missed with that right hand, did Junior Jones. Earlier today, one of the champions, Robinales, was a winner over in Tokyo. And that is the man that Junior Jones is likely to go after. Eddie Cook, one of the other Bantamweight champions. Jones,
Okay, break.
the talk about fighting Canizales has been there, but he feels that's a big money fight, and he'd like to do that as a unification
Good
bout.
right hand by Jones. Wobbled Rangel, Sam. Good straight right hand. Oh, and there's Jones holding behind the head and hitting. That's a no-no. And there's referee McGanty right on the ball.
Good left hand by Jones. Rangel has been shaken a couple of times here early, and Jones trying to press the advantage. A lot of big swings by Jones.
And he's been nailing him pretty good, Sam.
Break.
Rangel has been stopped 3 times in his career.
There's that good left hook to the body of Jones.
Good body punches. Jones really setting down, digging down, putting everything behind the punches, really going for it. Rangel trying to fight back.
Break.
And Rangel is gasping for air right now from those left hooks to the body.
Jones is breathing heavily also. He is
There's another solid left hook to the body by Jones.
Jones has
And
put a
another
lot
left
into
hook.
these punches, Gil.
Certainly has.
Jones really setting down.
Watch that. Let's stop holding. Break.
Rangel is taking some good shots. Rangel was stopped in his 5th pro fight by Steve McCrory in the 2nd round. He was stopped in, that was in 1984 and 87. Roland Gomez stopped him in the 5th round, and then Orlando Canizales stopped him in their IBF championship fight in the 5th round. That was in 1990.
Great move by Jones.
And a solid left hook to the body.
Beautiful move. He spun Rangel and Set him up.
Time winding down in round 2.
Well, it's box, man.
Let's take a look at that cute move by Junior Jones where he spun Rangel into the corner. There he goes, moving him around and trying to counter with a left hand. And he comes back with a good left hook to the body. Blocked by Rangel.
This is round 3, scheduled for 12 for the USBA Bantamweight Championship. How did you score the first 2, Gil?
I gave Junior Jones the first round 10-9, the second round 10-8.
Okay. Big round for Jones. He landed some big punches. Shook Rangel a couple of times. Rangel complaining of a low blow.
Come on, baby. Let's keep it fun.
The referee, Arthur Mercanti.
Well, I'm sure some of those left hooks that Junior Jones landed in the body felt like he was getting hit low. There's that good snappy jab again. Rangel just doesn't seem to have the answer for anything that Junior Jones is throwing right now.
That's it, man.
Jones put a lot into that second round.
Step back.
Threw a lot of big punches, expended a lot of energy.
If he nails Rangel with a good solid punch, Sam, that adrenaline will start to flow again.
He's been good with his jab, very good to this point.
Watch the heads now. Break. Watch your head
Arthur
now.
Mercanti say watch the heads. They've been dangerously close to banging heads.
And Rangel is not working to the body at all when he gets inside, Sam. You think that he would be trying to pound underneath.
Contrary to what he told us he would do.
Break.
We haven't seen body shots and we haven't seen the uppercut which he said he would use.
Okay, break. That's box.
Wanted to get
Stop holding now.
Junior Jones backing up. They felt he would be much less effective backing up.
Look at the leverage that Junior Jones gets on his punches, Sam.
Break. Step back.
I mean, he's bending those knees. He's getting lower than Rangel, and really there it is, and zipping up that left hook underneath. Again, Rangel waits. When he waits, Jones nails him.
Okay, break. Step back.
Jones seems to be pacing himself in this round, Bill. What do you think?
Yes, he is. Second round was a big round, but he's still doing enough to win the round, in my opinion.
Just missed that straight right hand. Coming to the bell, ending round 3.
If you're concerned about your
Round 4 is scheduled for 12. USBA Championship, Bantamweight Championship on the line. Rangel landed a good left and hit with a straight right hand in return by Junior Jones. Jones in the light blue trunks, Rangel in the red.
And Jones is setting everything up behind that left jab now. He's back with the left hook, another left hook.
Solid left hook, gets free after Rangel tried to tie him up.
Okay, break. Step back. Hold. Let's keep it clean.
Good jab by Jones.
Break.
Rangel has started to move in a little bit more the last 2 rounds, but he hasn't been effective on the inside.
Sam, he's moving in. He's standing straight up when he moves in. To move in, you have to bend your knees. You have to move your head. You have to bob and weave. There, he tried to do it just then. That's the attack he should be taking to Junior Jones, not standing straight up as he did then and walk right into a right
break.
hand.
Stop holding now.
He should be targeting Junior Jones midsection and just keep pounding away, but he just has not thrown any body punches.
Jones trying to set up the right hand. A little less snap on. There's a good jab.
Look what that jab did, Sam.
stopped Rangel. And Jones opens up with a good combination.
And referee McCanty is starting to really look closely at Rangel. Might be all over.
Jones looking for punching room. Good right hand by Junior Jones. And another one. Rangel staggers back. Straight right hand sends him down. 2, 3. The count is 4. The count is 6.
7.
Rangel up at 7. Takes the mandatory 8. There's a little cut over the left eye of Eddie Rangel.
What a devastating attack by Junior Jones.
Rangel trying to cover up, trying to tie up Jones. Can't do it. Jones all over him.
Jones knows enough to bang to that body to set up those head punches.
Jones trying to measure Rangel for a right hand. Landed a right hand. Rangel trying to tie him up, trying to survive the round. Cannot be saved by the bell. Good left hook by Jones. Just missed the right. Final seconds of the 4th round, and a big one for Junior Jones.
Easy eye. Dale, manos arriba, manos arriba, manos arriba. Vámonos. Vámonos, papá.
Look at this devastating attack by Junior Jones. You see that left hook underneath? Here's a complete fighter. Throws the right hand to the body, left hand underneath, left hand to the body. He's up and down, Sam. That's the way a fighter. That's a well-schooled fighter. Every punch in the book, and every one of them with plenty of leverage and plenty of power.
Rangel trying, and look at Jones able to push Rangel off every time Rangel tried to tie him up. Twice he did that, got himself the punching room, and able to set up the attack. Finally, Rangel goes down.
What a devastating attack by Junior Jones.
And Jones now unofficially on our scorecards, opening up a big lead on Eddie Rangel.
Tremendous lead. I gave him 2 10-8 rounds and 2 10-9 rounds. So I already have him 6 points ahead.
Sharp jabs, and again, when that stiff jab lands on the chin, Rangel has been sent back 2 or 3 steps.
Again, Rangel standing straight up.
Stop the holding out. Break. Stop holding out, my friend.
After Rangel taking all that punishment, now he's susceptible to just about any kind of feint that Junior Jones wants to throw.
Rangel's right eye seems to be closing a little bit. Caught with a left hook on the way in.
Break. Break.
Left jab reminds you of a 2x4 coming out her window and hitting you right in the forehead.
Setting up that right hand again. Back to the body.
Left hook to the body is a gorgeous punch.
Rangel shaken and hurt again. Jones going for the finish. Rangel breathing heavily.
He's a tough kid. He's taking some tremendous punishment from Junior Jones. Jones has to be saying, what's keeping this guy up?
Let go. That's it. Break.
And virtually every big flurry by Junior Jones has started with a sharp jab.
Come on. Let's stop. Hold. Break. Step back. Step back.
Just see Junior Jones thinking in there. What should I do next? I'll try this. I'll try that. Just about everything he tries works.
Rangel with a brief flurry, landing a left hand on the inside.
Watch edge. Break. Stop hold. Let's box, fellas. Come on.
Time winding down in the 5th round.
Get on board the train to Six Flags. I'm Red Steagall. On September 19th and 20th and 26th and 27th, we're turning Six Flags into an old-time crafts village. Over 200 of my friends will be demonstrating pioneer skills and creating one-of-a-kind gifts. We'll have down-home entertainment for the whole family. Stop by Food Line and pick up a coupon. You'll get $10 off. It'll be a shopping adventure you'll never forget. It only happens 2 weekends and only at Six Flags Over Texas. Don't miss it.
Manager Ted Akeosuga of Benihana, the Japanese steakhouse, invites you to an incredible dinner for two, prepared hibachi style, right at your table for only $27. Benihana salad, onion soup, shrimp appetizer, teriyaki beef julienne, hibachi chicken, hibachi vegetables, rice, and green tea. Just $27 for two. So tell your Benihana waitress you want the manager's treat. Good Sunday through Thursday at Benihana, behind the Marriott Inn on LBJ.
Seals.
Round 6, scheduled for 12. USBA Bantamweight champion Junior Jones in the light blue trunks, the #1 contender in the world in the IBF rankings, #2 by the WBA, 3 by the WBC, taking on Eddie Rangel, and thus far dominating the fight.
It's been a very one-sided fight, but it's just a great talent of Junior Jones.
First the left, another left hook. Oh, low blow on the left. Rangel trying to fight back, but not landing.
Okay,
all
wait.
Junior Jones.
That's it, okay.
And Rangel complaining about the left that was low.
There's that stiff jab again. You can just see Rangel stagger back with the stiff left jab of Junior Jones. Now Jones' mouth is wide open now from all his energy that is expended.
Jones takes a little rest. Right to the body by Junior Jones. And a straight right hand lands again. And after Jones lands the big right or left to the head, he'll come right back with a combination for the body.
A very, very well-trained, well-schooled fighter. Sandy Sadler didn't have the shoulders that a Junior Jones has. He was a great fighter. He was a big, tall guy and a great, great puncher. Very similar to Junior Jones. I mean, where do you find a 118-pound guy that puts the leverage that Jones puts in those punches?
Cut over the right eye of Eddie Rangel. He lands a right hand, throws another one and lands.
All right, don't push.
Scores for Jones, and he follows up. Left hook to the body, the right hand upstairs, up and down goes Junior Jones.
Look at the way he mixes up those punches. I think he's been fighting all his life, Sam.
Well, he did start out as a youngster in the Kid Gloves program.
Well, he started out as a youngster. He couldn't beat his sister.
He's learned well.
Back. Watch your heads, fellas. Watch your heads.
End of round 6 as Jones scores again. Down goes Rangel.
Okay, so why is it the only thing we have in common with these older guys?
Give me a Budweiser.
Is the beer we drink. Coincidence, perhaps?
For round 7, Eddie Rangel going down at the bell from a right uppercut, was up at the count of 8. Arthur Mercanti looking very closely, is set to stop it. This will be it. Rangel goes down to one knee. It's over.
That's it.
Junior Jones has successfully defended his USBA Bantamweight Championship, stopping Eddie Rangel early in the 7th round. A devastating and dominant performance by Junior Jones. And Eddie Rangel taken out by this man, Junior Jones. What a powerful performance.
Just one of the most devastating performances, Sam, that either one of us has seen. And I'm speaking for you, too.
Yeah.
In a long, long time. Absolutely beautiful. There was an accurate puncher, devastating puncher. Showed just about every punch in the book. Body, head, up, down. Rangel has to say, what hit me?
There you see the look of a beaten fighter, Eddie Rangel. Go back to the action.
Let's watch Junior Jones operate. There's that right hand to the body. Let's see how he mixes up these punches. There's a right hand to the head. There's a left hand to the head. Another one to the head. Look at these punches.
That was the end of round 6. At the bell, that uppercut sending him down. Now we go back into round 7. Here's the end of the fight, Gil.
But you could just see Jones knew that he had a guy in front of him that he was going to take out. And look at those body shots. And then back up to the chin, back to the body, back to the chin, more on the chin.
Man, tremendous performance by Junior Jones as he overwhelms and overpowers Eddie Rangel. You can see him shake the right hand. He's got to be a little sore from throwing some of those punches the way he did. Here's the official announcement from Ed Darian.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Arthur Mercanti Jr. stops this bout at 14 seconds of the 7th round, and a winner by a TKO, still undefeated, and still the USBA Bantamweight champion, Poison Junior Jones. Jones.
Now ranked 20, now he is 25-0 with 17 knockouts. He is ranked number 1 in the world by the IBF, number 2 by the WBA, number 3 by the WBC, and awaiting the world title shot, which should be forthcoming before the end of the year. Junior Jones, a big winner, defending his USBA Bantamweight title. Back to Fight Night, where Junior Jones successfully defends his USBA Bantamweight Championship, taking out Eddie Rangel. See the work by Jones, the jab setting things up. The uppercut sent Rangel down at the end of round 6. He was up at 8, but then finished at 14 seconds of the 7th round. Let's go to Gil Clancy, who's with Junior Jones.
Hey, congratulations, guys. Congratulations, Junior. That was one of the most devastating performances I've seen in my life. And I think you set most of the punches up with a left jab.
Yeah, well, I kind of had to comment the last fight, the left jab wasn't on. This fight, Joey told me, go to him, step to the jab, and I hurt him.
You certainly did hurt him. Joey, the first left jab, that was a knockdown, even though referee McCanty didn't score the knockdown, a clean jab.
That shows you how awesome that jab is, Gil. You've seen this type of jab before. It's an awesome jab. Well, as long as he backs him up with that, the combinations are there.
Well, that's what it is. Once you hit that guy with that left jab, you feint and hit him with the combinations. And every punch you throw, you get tremendous leverage.
Well, I feel very comfortable at this way. I feel strong. And with the jab, I know once the jab's on target, I can have him worrying about it. I can feint and then come with the quick combinations.
Well, the first time you get any world champion in the ring, Junior, you're going to walk out a world champion. Congratulations again.
Before I go, I'd like to say a good well to Essel Gittison. We're all in your corner. Get well soon. Bushwick Flatbush, you're in there.
A commercial.
Okay, now let's get back to Sam Rosen at ringside.
Congratulations to Junior Jones, his TKO victory at 14 seconds of the 7th round. Gil Clancy and I have voted for the brute fight of the night, and it goes to the 8-round match between Julio Cesar Green and Bo James, with Julio Cesar Green winning an 8-round majority decision. That's our brute fight of the night. And that just about wraps it up here from the Paramount at Madison Square Garden in New York. Hope you enjoyed Fight Night. For Gil Clancy, this is Sam Rosen. Fight Night has been brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. Remember, know when to say when.
The rock, the mud, the river, the run, and the glory. An unparalleled in this legendary event. It's known as the toughest race in America.